is Coffee Time with Lori again, and welcome to my channel. It's great to have you. If you could just hit the like and subscribe button, I would be so grateful. You won't believe how grateful. I'm now up to 12. I'd like to see maybe 20 by, see, we're in July, September. Maybe by September, the end of September, 20 people. That's all you have to do is hit like and subscribe. So today I wanted just to do a quick follow-up. About one of the a couple of the products that I was mentioning about in my interview with Corinne Sunshine. Um, I have gone caffeine free, and believe me, when went caffeine free, it was not a pretty sight. I had headaches again. I was like suffering for like about 2, 3 weeks, headaches because of the caffeine withdrawal. And I mean, I was having like 2 or 3 coffees, nothing like I used to have. I was up to 20 cups of coffee at one point when I was working at Marietta, Canada, and 20 cups of coffee, and then I did the Lent, and I gave up coffee. The employees said, "Don't ever do that again," and I can't blame them because for 40 days and 40 nights I had a migraine like you would not believe. It was just wicked. But so some of the products I was talking about, I drink dandelion tea and I drink mushroom coffee and calf lib. So the dandelion tea that I drink is Tirole dandelion root tea, and and it's that, and I got it off of Amazon. There is 50 tea bags. It's 100% natural raw dandelion root tea. It's gluten free, non GMO, additive free, and caffeine free. It is. I have a taste of hair in my mouth. It tastes like dandelions, basically. And I have it a couple of times a day, maybe one time, maybe before I go to bed at night. But I always have at least one cup of tea of my dandelion root. And I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it is what it is. It's a dandelion tea. Now, for my other two coffees that I drink, okay, so uncoffee. The first one is my mushroom coffee mix. Oh, man, I love this. It's from Bloom Republica, and I'm not sponsored by any of these. I mean, I just like the product and I drink it. And it is mushroom coffee mix. It is a medium roast, 100 grams. I think you get 50 cups of coffee out of this. Now, let me see if I can bring it in just a bit. They got the light, the sun here, Bloom Republica. And again, I got this off of Amazon. All three products I get off of Amazon. Everything I buy off of Amazon. Um, and it's basically, what has it got in here? It is, let's see, what does it say? Arabica coffee powder, organic lion's mane, organic reishi, organic chaga, organic turkey tail, organic maitake, and organic cordyceps extracts, mushrooms. And it does smell like coffee. I know it's not smell-o-vision, but it smells just like coffee. So if you really want to get a good coffee that tastes like coffee, or at least tastes like coffee but isn't going to give you the caffeine that you're trying to get away from it, Bloom Republica from Amazon. I believe they are a Canadian company. And it says magic in a jar. Tastes like coffee, smells like coffee, but works better than coffee. No caffeine crash or jitters, calmer energy, and increased focus. Well, I'm not exactly sure about the increased focus because, let's see, I'm 65. My focus is well gone. So now, the other one I drink is Calf Lib, the uncoffee grain beverage with chicory. And I get the dark roast because I've always liked dark roast. When I used to drink Tim Hortons coffee, always dark roast. Good rich flavor. I love it. Now this I did get off of Amazon, and I do remember that the price is $8.49 a jar, and it is 150 grams, and it says all natural, no caffeine. And I really enjoy this. As a matter of fact, I've had my mushroom coffee with my breakfast, and right now I am having my coffee my calf lib coffee. I always have another coffee after breakfast, and I did my watering of the garden and that. So I'll have another one of this, and then I'll have tea this afternoon, possibly tonight. I'll probably have the tea this afternoon with a cake that I made. I made a cake from Dr. Esselstyn's reverse heart disease. Excuse me, I'm getting the book. It's prevent and reverse heart disease. He's plant based. He is his wife and his whole family basically are plant based. Jane and oh, what's his wife's name? Jane and oh, let me just see what the um, Jane and Anne. Jane and Anne. They have a YouTube channel, and they have also a cookbook, which I've also used. And their black bean burgers, oh, to die for. I honestly, I can't eat beef anymore for the burgers and that because their black bean burgers are amazing. They have the Warrior plant-based book or something like that. But I've got several books, plant-based recipe books that are just amazing. There's Plentiful Kiki, no, Plentiful Lean um, with Kiki, and Starch Solutions with Dr. McDougall and the McDougall program. Uh, I'm sad to say that Dr. McDougall did pass away just recently, so my condolences to the family. Amazing books, amazing recipes, and I never liked tofu. I didn't know what tofu was, and I tried it years and years ago, and it sucked. I didn't do it properly. I didn't know how to do it properly. But I have a tofu scramble and I love it. It's just like eating eggs. I mean, you got to press your tofu to get the moisture out, and then you get the black salt and the turmeric, and you add, mix it all up, break it up, crumble it up if you want, and put it in your pan and fry it up and with no oil. And it comes out just like scrambled eggs. I mean, it's amazing. And then just have a little bit of toast with it. And you got your scrambled eggs and toast. Great recipes. The cake that I made is from Dr. Esselstyn's, the heart reverse one. And it's a vanilla cake because I went to have lunch with friends of mine yesterday, Donna and Brian Baverstock, and I have an interview coming up with them as well. And Brian doesn't like chocolate cake, and I made a mistake of making a chocolate something the last time. So I made a vanilla cake this time, and I didn't make anything special. It was just the vanilla cake. It was actually a really easy recipe, and I'm going to make it again. But I'll serve it with fresh fruit and that. And I took that over there, and it was not a bad cake. It tasted okay, not bad considering I made the not bran muffins, banana muffins the other time. It's a little denser than most cakes, but hey, you know what? You're making it with applesauce, oat milk, whole wheat flour. Um, Instead of eggs, I used the seeds that I have ground up with 6 tablespoons of water, flax seeds. And that was the egg replacement. Applesauce for instead of oil. I haven't used oil in years for baking. I always use applesauce and mix and put it in your pan, and away you go. And I did add some butterscotch chips just because I wanted something and I wanted it, so I had it. I put it in there. Not a lot, but just enough to, say that there was some butterscotch chips in it. So I made that, and it turned out okay. And then I made a pasta salad with chickpeas. So I put again the black salt in there to make it taste like a little bit of egg. So that the chickpeas were supposed to be like the egg salad part. And I put lots of vegetables, like I chopped up celery, cucumber, pepper, and shredded carrot in with the pasta. And I used vegan mayonnaise. And you can't tell the difference from vegan mayonnaise to regular mayonnaise. So, I mean, you know, save a few calories, just eat vegan maize. Um, but it was good. Brian actually enjoyed the salad this time. Last time I almost killed him because I put spices in it. So I made a separate one for me with spices in it because I love spice and I like it nice and spicy. So I made theirs very plain and I made mine spicy. So I took the cake and the pasta salad over for lunch and they enjoyed it. So two more things that are on there on my list that really worked well and taste well. So I mean, like eating plant-based is not terrible. It's not gonna kill you. Um, I know a lot of people say it will, because you're not getting your nutrients, you're not getting this and that. Any diet's gonna get you, no matter what. As long as you're happy, you're healthy, you're eating fine. Uh, Carnivores, you eat your way and I'll eat my way. My husband's carnivore. I mean, like he eats his burgers every night or every other night. And when I make my black bean burgers, I eat my black bean burgers. And we have two separate pans. He has his pan and I have my pan. And I cook mine up first, and then he does his. And it is what it is, and it's tasty. I mean, like I honestly, for the first long time, I wanted to eat, wanted just to even just try a little bit of his meat, but I resist it. And so that's one good thing. It's one change I made. But I did notice that even though I gained some of my weight back, like 10 pounds, because my lowest, I hit the lowest and, excuse me, and then shot right back up over the winter. And I didn't change my eating habits in the winter. I tried to actually cut further back, but I guess that didn't help out too well. So, in the long run, hang on a second, tasty. Um, I have to get the balance again. I was dropping weight when I was eating more potatoes and more sweet potatoes, and I always have a salad at lunch. I always have a big salad. Well, not a big salad, but I use a whole cucumber, English cucumber, a whole pepper now, um, carrot. I slice it and then chop it when it gets down further. Two celery sticks, and I have some dressing. Today I'm making a dressing. I tend to make my own, and because I know what's in it. So today I'm going to be making a four fruit blend with ginger and lime and balsamic vinaigrette. And I might throw some cayenne in there. Gotta have some cayenne. I always do. And then I let it merge together and away I go. I mean, and most of the dressings I do is a vinaigrette because I don't know how to make a creamy one yet. And the books that I do have, like Dr. McDougall's and the Esselstyns and Dr. Esselstyn's, they do have uh, recipes for dressing creamy and vinaigrette. So, I mean, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't want to follow a whole plant-based diet or anything, you just want something different. They have great recipes in there for salads and soups. You make your own soup. I love making my own soup. Now I just have to make it one bowl at a time. And all I do is use a broth, and I just load that puppy up with vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, mixed vegetables, and then some potatoes. And off I am with a broth and just load it up with the water and have my soup. But being on the whole plant-based diet thing, lifestyle, I should say, not diet, it has been a challenge. And I know it's going to continue to be a challenge, and I'm hoping to be able to get over that hump. Losing 185 pounds in 2 years, and like right even at the start when like started at the like June 2nd last year, um, I hadn't it was just a constant dropping that I was losing the weight. So my body never really sat and adjusted. And the last time I lost a lot of weight, years ago, my doctor, she said, have you ever thought that your body has got to catch up to you? Maybe that's why your body is resisting to go down, is because it's got to catch up and it's fighting you. And it didn't make sense at the time, but it does now. And I'm thinking that's what my body was doing this whole past year, is that I was forcing it to continue to go down and it didn't want to. It needed a rest. It needed to say, hey, like you've just shocked me. You've gone from here down to here. And, like I haven't stopped in between. So for me, it's been difficult and adjustments. And I know a lot of people, you go on plant-based and boom, they're like down 60, 150 pounds or whatever. More power to you. We all are on our own journey. Myself, I mean, I actually have collarbone now. I haven't seen collarbone in a long time. And I'm proud of my wrinkles. I mean, like, see the wrinkles. I don't care. I earned them. And although I did do it to myself, I admit. So all you people who are out there is going to jump on me saying, well, you're the one who got fat. You're the pig. Yeah, I am. And I did. And I'm, you know, now suffering for it. So back off. And it just, again, it's a journey, and I'm really hoping that the journey continues, and well, it will continue because I am not going to be staying at this point. I need that surgery. I can't go out and enjoy bike riding with my husband. As a matter of fact, as we're talking, he just rode by on the path across the street, and I can't ride my bike. I have a perfectly good bike. Never rode it because my right knee was bad when we bought it, and I couldn't do it because I was in pain and like going around. And then when I got that done, and I thought, okay, well now I can ride the bike. I tried it, and it's like now the left knee is buggered up, and so I can't get out there and enjoy riding with him. He is very thin and fit. I can't keep up with him walking because he's like 5'11", I'm 4'11", and with my left knee being as bad as it is, I have to use a walker, and I can't, like, as I'm dragging my leg. I drag my left leg because I can't keep up with it. And so he shoots off in front of me, and I'm left behind. And it's like, okay, we're going for a walk together, but I'm walking by myself, and he's walking by himself. I can't enjoy that. This morning we went out and we were weeding the garden because it, for some reason, decided to overgrow itself. And I had to water my plants. So I'm standing there using my cane holding me up, and I he's like down on his hands and knees and pulling weeds, and I'm like bent over and I'm like struggling to, stay up. So I can't do a lot of the things that I want to, and like even just normal tasks like, doing an exercise. I have to sit down because my knee, I can't do the exercises that I want to, even with the ones that are supposed to be knee friendly. They're not that knee friendly for me. So, again, I'm going to see the surgeon again on July 16th. They managed to squeeze me in on the advice of my family doctor, and um, we'll see what it is. It'll be what it is. It is. There's nothing I can do. If he doesn't want to do the surgery, then I'll have to make a decision. But I do have to have my knee done. I can't take it anymore. Having meltdowns does not help. As a matter of fact, um, the stress of all this is now making me break out back into shingles. So I'm now dealing with that. So I mean, like I'm a double-edged sword. I mean, no matter how I try not to stress myself out, I still get stressed. I think it's maybe I should go back to having caffeine. Hmm. Nah, not gonna happen. But it's very frustrating, and but I do find it so worthwhile. I do find that I'm actually sleeping better. Well, okay, not sleeping better. That's a myth because when I wake up at say 11:30, then I'm awake the whole night. So my sleeping is screwed up as well. Um, I was sleeping really good at one point. Oh yeah, before the winter, and so hopefully I can get that back. I can, maybe Dr. Williams can give me a suggestion besides hammering my head every night and trying to sleep that way. Oh, I tell you, you got to get it. And so we'll figure it out. Hopefully, I can get back on track and get out there and be able to walk normal and just enjoy life again that I seem to be missing. And I do. I seriously, I'm looking at an adult tricycle because I do want to be out there pedaling. Pedaling I can do. I've got my pedaler. I pedal every day. But sitting and looking at the trees across the street, kind of boring. And, everybody makes fun of me as they're riding by on their bike saying, "Huh, look at you, you're pedaling. Huh, you're not riding a real bike." Yeah, doofus, no kidding. And it didn't bother me as much as it's now bothering me because I do want to get out there. I do want to be able to go and ride someplace, our path. We've got some beautiful trails up here. uh, and I want to take my camera and be able to go out into the woods and be able to photograph, like nature. But I can't because I keep struggling with walking and holding the camera. So it's something's got to give, and it's not going to be me. And I am tired of it, and I want to get it done. So my rant is kind of over now. But I just wanted to share about the coffee and the tea. I don't know why everything else got on there. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm trying to make the best of everything of it. And hopefully, we will get the knee surgery done this year. Hopefully, praying. If you could just say a little prayer for me, little one, I'd appreciate it. So, thank you for another coffee time with Lori. And remember, Bloom Republica, Calf Lib, and Dandelion Tea, all from Amazon. So, right now, you have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.